Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy T-Dub Whatsblazing the sport. Guys, we are here. We are live for the official post-fight talk about this mega class. Did it live up to the expectation? We're going to talk about it live. Guys, and don't forget, we also have, make sure I turn this music down, guys. We also have the actual post-fight press conference. Now, a lot of times I get overlooked, but let me explain what that is. Post-fight press conference, when these guys get a chance, they go back to their room, they get everything off, and they come back, and they, like a press conference, they sit at the table, and they answer questions about going forward and things like that, and just more details about the fight, more of an interview and different questions than what they can do right after. We did get some answers. We got the Errol Spence Jr. wants to rematch, and that it might not be at 154 pounds. I'm sorry, it might not be at 147 pounds. That means that his dreams of being undisputed could end right here. There's a really good chance that both of these fighters, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr., move up to 154 pounds, and the belts might not even be on the line. It just might be a new weight, different day. It'll be more about respect. As for undisputed, guys, the undisputed champion is Terence Crawford. Now we're going to get into it. I'm gonna make sure everything is running okay here. Let me see. Guys, give me a second. I just want to make sure YouTube, sometimes my audio can be a little funny. So what T-Dub's going to do is what T-Dub does. Make sure everything's good. And we're going to get into this, guys. American Proud to Travel, what it do? Yes, sir. What's going on, champ? Up in this mug. You know how we do it. Ethan Elliott, what it do? Better yet, what it does. Guys, smash the like button. Guys, listen, we still grinding. Just now coming in. We're going to get in full details about this fight just happened. I just called it live. If you did not watch it live, you really missed out on a great event. A lot of emotion, intense. Just really giving you every details about what was going on with the fight, full fight. This one is going to be now the results, which is probably going to trigger a lot of videos, a lot of bragging, a lot of I told you so. It's going to be a lot going to be said because the fight came and the fight happened. Now, let's give you my overall thoughts, and then we're going to get to the meat and butter of it. My overall thoughts, guys, I was shocked. Could I see Terence winning? Yes. I picked him, right? When it comes down to picking him, I picked him. Did I think he was going to win in this fashion? No. I stated if there's a knockdown early, it'd be Terence Crawford. He has snapping power. Earl typically has the power that wears you down. The problem that happened in this fight was the snapping power of Terence Crawford landed first, landed early. He was starting to time Terence Crawford in the first round. So let's get into it. Smash the like button, guys. Let's see if we can get 20 likes real quick. The first round, and I'm gonna give you, and remember, guys, in case you guys don't know me, I'm T-Dub. I've trained for years in boxing. I was a boxing coach. I think I got a really good mind when it comes to boxing and fighting, and because of what I can do and what I've seen and how I coach. So just when I give you my opinion, you can take whatever you want to take with it, but just know that I'm bringing a little bit history with it, and hopefully it holds a little bit weight on what I was thinking and what I'm seeing. The first round, Terence Crawford was showing that he could time Errol early. not early, later in the first round. Sorry, Errol actually landed the first big left hook. It might have partially got blocked by Terence Crawford, but he didn't want to land the first big left hook. But at the end of that fight, that round, which I said you probably could almost edge this to Terence Crawford, is I thought he was able to start timing Errol Spence. And I think I even said in the first round that, bro, Terence is starting to get timing on Errol already. And that's bad signs. When you have a sharp shooter like Terence Crawford, you want this guy to take about 4 rounds to start, figuring you out. 4 rounds of, you making it fussy in there to figure you out. Terence Crawford was figuring him out. Started in the end of the first round. I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth. Smash the like button. Why is this not showing what it should show? Hold on. Okay. Second round. Errol Spence Jr. And I gotta ask you guys this. Because it's gonna be sad. And I promise you it's gonna be sad if it ain't been said already. Do you think the layoff by Errol Spence Jr. affected him? Terence Crawford said he didn't want to fight Errol Spence Jr. because it's going to be a year until he fought again, and he didn't want to go a year without fighting, so he got a fight in and then turned around and made the fight some months later with Errol. But at the same point now, Errol Spence Jr. was in the same position Terence Crawford was when Terence took a fight. Errol didn't take a fight, but that is not out the characteristic of Errol Spence because he's never been a tune-up type of person. He's been like, listen, man, I've been in car crash, I came back and won. I had eye problems, I came back and won. It's not really in his character to take tune-up fights. He felt that, man, don't matter if I'm off 6 months, 9 months, or a year. I want to fight this guy. I believe if I train, I can beat him. So, even though I know Errol Spence Jr. won't make that excuse, what do you think? Do you believe Errol should have got one more fight in? Or do you believe one more fight, 2 more fights, or going straight into the Terence Crawford fight, he was just that much better? It wouldn't have made a difference. Round 2. Errol Spence Jr. coming in. If you are a fighter with slow speed, mediocre, or normal speed, normal just punching, not in speed, just normal, just high, you cannot throw shots from a distance. You can't. Errol Spence was reaching for shots to the body. Miss ELD. Oh, I hope she get onto this live and call. I hope she come in and call. I hope she do. I know my audio's messed up, but I hope she called. Because I told Miss LD about when you go to the body, you are the most vulnerable, and that's how you get caught with counter shots. And that's what caught him. And then she said Terence Crawford should avoid exchanges. I said, well, but that's when he's most effective doing exchanges. American Pride Service said, nah, no excuses. Bud just was much better than Spence tonight and made him look ordinary. Listen, here's the crazy thing is that Errol Spence Jr. is not ordinary. Terence Crawford is so far above the field, like a Floyd Mayweather. He made great competition look like ordinary competition. What made me feel sad for Errol, and remember I told you guys in the beginning, I said, listen, man, if Terence wins, Errol loses. I said, listen, I probably like Errol Spence Jr. more. I do. I like him more. I wanted him to win more. But me wanting him to win, and me seeing like I have always gave Terence Crawford a 51%. Like, you know what? Looking at it, I gotta give Terence Crawford an edge. But my thing is, I just thought it was a much closer edge. The way the fight happened tonight, it should have been 75-25. Or 70-30, easy. It should have been 70-30, easy, Terence Crawford. Meaning that he gonna come in there, Earl might gonna try to put up some resistance, and nothing's gonna be happening for Earl. Jim Jones, Earl hasn't been as sharp as he was before the accident. Listen, man, I don't know. He beat Danny Garcia after the accident. He beat Ugas after the accident. He won fights. Look, we gotta be honest. Styles make fights, and guys, I'm telling you, I kept even though I purposely held off my decision. I kept it at a 50-50. I always had my lean the whole time, but I didn't want to tell people. I wanted to keep suspense. I wanted to make a last minute thing, and it still was hard for me. But at the end of the day, you know, I just thought Terence Crawford was a little bit better of a fighter, and this fight proved it. Hit the like button. Alex, what's up, champ? He said, most impressive performance I ever seen. This was a whole new level. Bro, thanks, man. Hit the like button. I hope you subscribe, man. Are we trying to get this thing to 10,000 subs? Let's do it, man. Let's take this channel to a powerhouse, and we be a powerhouse, and we be just like all the other channels. We keep rocking. So I'll go back to the fight, but I'll speak on that too. What he did to Errol Spence tonight, man, it was like bully beatdown. His biggest moment in his career against the most accomplished fighter in his career, who'd held 3 of the 4 major titles in the division. He made him look easy. He sliced and diced him like a chef. He was surgical with the scalpel. It was sad to watch how Earl was just so open and Terence was just so sharp. Earl tried to come in, he getting caught with something clipping. He gets inside, he get hit with something short clipping. I don't think Terence Crawford can match brains with Errol Spence. I'm sorry, I don't think Errol Spence Jr. can match brains with Terence Crawford. He's just not like. Remember, do you guys remember what I said earlier? I said, listen, Terence Crawford is a guy that makes adjustments on the fly in the ring. I said, that's what he has similar. I said, unlike Floyd, I think Terence Crawford get touched a little bit more than Floyd Mayweather. Tonight, he didn't really get touched. I gotta be honest. Even the shots that Earl threw, he didn't really get touched, guys. He didn't get touched. I said Terence Crawford can make adjustments on the fly. Errol Spence has to finish the round, go back to the corner, get instructions, and then make adjustments. That's 2 different styles of thinking. That's one guy who got to get the game plan and then try to work that game plan for 3 rounds, and one guy that's continuously changing the game plan as the round goes. Terence Crawford is the most dangerous complete fighter in boxing, period. A lot of people are not going to want to give him his just due. They're going to want to pay any way ahead of him. I don't think so. I think the monster has a lot of power. I think he's a really good boxer. I think he still got some things to prove. He's no Terence Crawford. There's no way on this earth that any boxer should be rated above Terence Crawford. None. Y'all gonna act like y'all didn't see Earl looking around when he got hit in them other fights, like he didn't know where he was. Gotta love Earl, but he needs to consider retiring. Jim Jones, well, his reason was, he said that, his mouthpiece got knocked out. He said, listen, it was after the car accident, I had some dentures in. And let's say the Ugas fight, when he fought Ugas fight, and he said, and the mouthpiece got knocked out, he said he thought that his teeth got knocked out and he was gonna feel embarrassed. He just, he didn't want to be no memes, and he said that's why he started looking for his mouthpiece. I was like, well, okay. I was like, if you're thinking that, all right, maybe it makes a little bit of sense, But the fact is, even during those times, Earl has never lost, and even during his most vulnerable moments, he came back to win, right? Danny Garcia, I think, went on 12. He stopped Ugas, right? He stopped Ugas. I gotta say this. I said it a long time ago. I said Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence, he has looked, especially with those shots, he looked more hurt than Terence Crawford in fight. Even when Gamboa caught him with a little shot. I would say the worst I've seen Terence Crawford is when Mean Machine caught him. And then again, I said, what happened when you catch Terence Crawford? The guy normally steps it up. Listen, I'm being honest, man. I'm being honest because I like Earl. Terence Crawford toyed with him in the 8th round. Terence Crawford let him survive. Terence Crawford was putting hurt on him in the 7th round. And then he came out the 8th round, not tired, not hurt, not battered, not bruised. He didn't back up. He toyed with his fish. If Earl was a fish, it's like you got the hook in a fish so much that you know he can't get out. You know how any of you fathers out there, have any of you fathers caught a fish? I have. And you put it on your son pole. You know it can't get off, and you throw it back out there, right? You watch your son, struggling with it. You kind of help him a little bit, right, to get the fish in. That's how Terence Crawford did Errol Spence. When the 8th round, when he could have went out there and finished him, he didn't. He toyed with him. He played with him. He played mental. He made Errol Spence move, turn, reach for shots. He toyed with him. And then he came back out the 9th round and he was going for the head again. I think Ethan Elliott. He was going for the head again. He said, no, sir, talk is cheap, and Bud backed up everything he said tonight. Bro, yes, he did. Yes, he did, man. Listen. I kept my decision to the end, and I did that on purpose, right? For dramatic reasons. I picked Terence Crawford probably like 5-6 years ago. I bet Johnny about 2 or 3 years ago. I thought Terence was a better fighter. Between that time, I liked the Errol Spence Jr. I started to like him more as a person. I fell into what he overcome. So when you get a story like that, it's easy to fall. It's not like that was the only reason, because he was overcoming stuff and still proving himself in the ring, and he never made an excuse, and he didn't make an excuse tonight. So I still have nothing but respect for Errol Spence Jr. I would never kick a man when he's down. I'm just talking about the boxers. These are still 2 of my favorite boxers. If they not fighting each other, I'm still pulling for both of these guys to win. But when I call fights, guys, I call it straight down the line. Toy with the big fish. Jim, he did, bro. Bro, I'm telling you. I called it. I watched it. I said it. I said he's toying with him. Like, seriously. He didn't back up, but he didn't push the action. Errol Spence, like he was, I hate to say this, but it was almost like, man, I don't want to say that word. We stick with toy. He was toy. Errol Spence was so tired. He tried to go to the body. He threw out like tried to sweep a hook to the body. He said, it was slow and it was long. And up until that point, Terence Crawford was a sharpshooter with those counters. Terence didn't even attempt to counter. He allowed him to survive, guys. It's like when you have prey. A cat and a mouse. The cat's gonna win. But what do the cat do with the mouse? Catch him, rough him up a little bit, let him go, catch him, spin him, let him go, catch him, right? He played with him. He played with him. He played cat and mouse with Errol Spence Jr. for Undisputed. He was winking at the ring at people. He dropped Errol Spence Jr. 3 times. Errol Spence said, you know what, man? I want the rematch. He hopes it's at 154. But here's the thing, guys. And remember, this is one thing I said. If you ain't following my videos, please, guys. I'm a one-man army trying to grow this channel. I have my supporters, in the chat that's help pushing it. But please subscribe to the channel, man. That's on the way. On the way, a mom and pop shop or a local grocery store will ever be big. Because everybody can't be Walmart. We need, support from the community. So I'm asking you guys, please support me, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Let's talk about it. Listen, I felt bad for Errol, and I said this doing this video and many other videos. I said one of these fighters. I even told my son. I said he's in the bed now. I said one of these fighters is going to taste something they never tasted before. A loss, and a loss changes a man. Sometimes it makes you stronger. Sometimes it makes you weaker. But you're not the same. You're not the same. Sometimes you can get hungrier for it. Sometimes you learn how to accept losing a little more. But you're not the same. If Errol Spence Jr. said he wants the next fight to be at 154, he hopes. He gave up his dream on being undisputed, because you can't fight for the welterweight titles at 154 pounds. Strap season for him ends with this fight. The only way he's going to get a shot at those titles again is he going to have to fight Terence again like he has the right to by the end of this year. That means we will see it again probably by December time. And he's going to need it. It's July. It's what basically called it's August. He's going to need time to heal. Spence going to need some time to heal. And he don't have enough time to fix all them flaws. All right, I think somebody, where we at? 972, you calling with your boy Who's Calling, and of course, let's talk about it.
What's going on, fam?
Yo, hey, what's up, Chef? Who's calling?
Oh, my name is Mike. I'm here. I'm actually from Dallas, Texas. Just finished watching the fight. I was watching your YouTube, the live. Kind of wanted to comment about it. It was really interesting after the fight when Errol was talking about when he wanted the rematch. He said, but he wanted it at 54. It kind of got me to thinking, maybe 147 and what you were talking about him being undisputed, maybe he's not after that no more because he knows he can't make 147 anymore.
And I agree 147 has probably been hard for him for a while, but the thing with Errol, the most consistent thing has been strap season. Now, don't get me wrong, I would still respect Errol Spence for running it back, even though the betting odds is going to be heavily against him now. This going to always stay with him, bro, because...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Listen, man,
that was bad.
You got embarrassed. Listen,
he got embarrassed.
Embarrassed. He said that he would have been embarrassed if his teeth would have fell out of his mouth versus Ugas or whatever. Listen, he got what we would consider, where I'm from, he got schooled. It wasn't close. He got toyed with. He got assaulted.
Yeah, that was bad.
Errol was looking. Were you on my live when I was calling this fight or not?
No, I wasn't on it. I wasn't on it live. I was watching it from the house.
Bro, listen, I don't know who you are, bro. You gotta catch my live, man. Even if you're watching the fight, just like the text with the boxing community, bro. You gotta subscribe to the channel, man, because
I'm gonna subscribe right now.
Yeah.
It's funny, bro, because I'm in Dallas. It was crazy because I was DJing a watch party. So I was watching the fight, but half DJing. And bro, I would say after the fourth round, half the people left, and I actually started watching the fight because they weren't really watching me.
Right.
And I was I was amazed at how easily Bud was he. First of all, he was countering him, and if you look after the fifth, he actually started walking Spence down, which I thought was. I was like, how is he walking this dude down? And he's coming up from one. He thought really, Terrence started at 135. So I'm like, he's supposed to be the smaller guy.
But he's not. But see, here's the thing. Here, the thing is, Terence Crawford said it earlier. A long time ago. He said, you should have called me when I first came up. Terrence did not just move up to 147, bro. What he got, like 7, 8, 9 fights at 147, all knockouts. That takes span over years. He's 36 now. Like because he have like a lanky build, bro, he's not smaller. He actually looked a little bit bigger than Errol Spence Jr. at the weigh-in. Like at least more muscular, bro.
He definitely looked more muscular. But that's because Spence is. I've actually seen Spence in person, and the one thing that did surprise me when I saw him in person, he's he's wiry, but he's really, really skinny. He's an
Errol Spence?
Muscular guy. Yeah, I've seen him one time. We went to, I think I saw him it was at a Wingstop, and I was literally right behind him. I didn't even know it was him until he went and he got his food. And when I saw him, I remember I called my friend. I said, bro, I was just behind Errol Spence. I was like, bro, he is super skinny. But
hold on, how big are you?
Oh, I'm a big dude. I'm about 6 foot, maybe 225.
Well, see, you got to look at it at this way, because like for ordinary people, when we see these guys, and what they do, we expect something different.
I done seen all the boxes, bro. He was a lot taller than what I thought he was gonna be, but he was really like skinny, like wired. And this was him. He wasn't. I don't even think he was in training during this. This might have been maybe 6 months ago. I mean,
well, I guess he's been trying to keep his weight down, but he probably was just training. But he used to, be around like the 180 some pounds. But he said that was taking too much. So I think he's been trying to keep his weight. Remember, you got to think about this, bro. They fight at 147. That's not big. If you 5'9", 147 pounds. You actually small. Now you might look a little cut and muscular on TV, but in real life you're small.
To the average person. No, but I've seen other fighters before. Like for instance, I seen Miguel Cotto actually flew first class one time with Miguel Cotto. Cotto, huge guy. When you see him way shorter, he's about 5'6". I've seen Canelo in person. I've seen Pacquiao, and that was the first thing that I really noticed about him. But getting back to the fight, another thing that I kind of was noticing about Spence, it was the first time that I had ever seen Spence become. He wasn't pulling the trigger how he usually does in his fight. He was real slow.
But listen, hey man, like I said, what I do, one, I do videos, I put out shorts, I talk about it. But one thing I always do on big fights, I go live. So I have a lot of people that are truck drivers, they can't watch the fight. So I do it's like a blow-by-blow calling type of style. But I also have people, they watch it and they just, they subscribe to the channel and they just commentate on what they see as well inside the chat, like, oh, who won this? But when I was watching this fight, I'm calling blow-by-blow. I'm like, Earl is slow. He's reaching with it. Like, making cardinal mistakes. You can't reach. Like, when he got knocked down, in that second round, he was reaching with a jab to the body. You can't reach from going to the body, and that's when he got hit with that two-piece counter and dropped in the first time. But man, like I said, man, I picked Spence to win the fight, and I told people, I said, listen,
Spence winning too.
Of late, I was more of a Spence. No, hold on, my phone. Who you picked to win?
Oh, when they first made the fight, I said, wow, great fight first of all. But I thought later on as the fight went later on, I thought Spence, because of his size and his power, I thought he's gonna probably start taking the rounds. Also too, Spence, I think they had him. He's the second. In boxing, period, I think he throws the second most combinations. His punch output is high, and if Terence. Terence is a little bit more. I guess you could say he's a little bit more measured with his punches. Throws good shots, but he's not as busy. So I thought in the beginning Crawford will probably get some rounds on him, maybe. And then as the fight went later on, I thought, okay, then that's when probably Spence will probably take over. Because really, that's what he does in most of his fights. You know, midway through, the output starts getting a lot higher because he's really able at that point to kind of outmuscle his opponents. But in this fight, it was it was the reverse of that.
You know what? I think I spoke wrong. I picked Terence. I'm sorry. I picked Terence Crawford to win. Of late, I've been more of a Spence fan. Like I just like what Spence was doing. I like how he ain't make what he battled back from. I was more of a Spence fan where I wanted him to win, but I thought Crawford just was better. The only part that I was wrong in, I thought Crawford was 51 to 52% to Spence being around 49 or 48. I thought Crawford was better. I just thought it was by a slimmer of margin. I didn't think it's this level. Now I'm gonna explain some of the things why we didn't see from Errol. Everything changed from Errol when he got hit with that 2-piece in the second round. Like that really messed him up. Terence Crawford is such a good counterpuncher that Errol Spence Jr. either he was hesitant and flinching because he knew something was going to come back, or if he said, F it, I'm just going to go in and get close, he was actually getting caught with them counter shots. And it was happening so much that by the time we got to like the 4th round or 5th round, Errol was honestly, he was done. He was like when he did get inside, he he couldn't work like that. He didn't have the energy. He didn't have no pop on his punches. To be honest,
Errol's legs were gone after the 4th. His legs were completely gone.
Man, listen, he was beat up. It was like watching. I'm a huge Deontay Wilder fan, and when I saw Wilder, let's say versus the only thing is I know Wilder does have one punch KO power. The difference between and I don't think Earl got one punch to send you to having type power, but when Wilder got extremely tired against Fury and Fury looked 100% fresh and Wilder was looking 100% fatigued, I knew it was gonna be bad for him. And the same thing with Earl. But hey, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna jump to the live because I want to listen to if you're driving or wherever you're at right now, bro. They are doing the.
Yeah, I'm driving right now, but I was gonna tell you something. Just a prediction.
Yeah.
I think they do run it back because really Earl kind of did do Terence the favor and looking out for him because he could have gone to 54. But I think they do run it back, but I think it's gonna be at 152. I don't think much changes. Maybe Terence doesn't stop him maybe at 152, but after what happened tonight, psychologically, bro, that's really difficult to come back from. So I think they probably do run it back. It's going to be another big money fight. They'll probably do it at 52.
All right, hold on. I got to catch this. I appreciate you, champ.
Yeah,
I might come back. Thanks, champ. All right, guys, listen. I was going to start over, but I want to hear what Earl's talking about. This is post-fight press conference. They're talking about the weight cut. How was the weight cut? He says always difficult. He means. But he been not making no excuses. Better man won tonight. His eyes. He might have some over-the-bone issues, guys. He said, what surprised him? Was his power? Nothing really surprised him just like he thought. He said his timing. It just wasn't good. They asked some Errol Spence questions. Guys, Earl is live right now, post-fight press conference. Did he feel off physically, they asked him, Earl? Yeah. A little off physically. Yeah, I get through it. I thought it would be like just the other times. But I couldn't kick it up a notch. No. Let me get through this post-fight interview. I want to give you guys this recap what they said right now. This is live. I missed the question. He said he felt for his power.
First, second round.
He felt in the second round.
Strong dude, but
He said he was a strong dude.
just have to have some type of power. But I think because my time was out, he kept me in between shots.
He said because his time was off, Terence Crawford kept him in between shots. They saying because Spence's face was swelling up, was he have difficulty seeing? He said he did not have any difficulty seeing Terence Crawford at all. They asked him how he felt when the fight first started. Was he good or was it one of those nights? He said he's not here to make excuses, really. He said, I decided to agree to the weight. He said no excuses, helped out to him.
Errol, straight back. Dan Rayfield from Big Fight Weekend. I wanted to know, I know it's only a few minutes removed from the end of the fight. How do you think you're going to deal with this going forward?
How do you think he's going to deal with this going forward?
Are you the kind of guy that's going to just bad night shake it off?
Are you going to be the bad guy, shake it off, or is he going to stew on this for a while and it's going to hurt? He said, no, he's not going to stew over it. He did all he was supposed to do, regardless of the outcome. He said he's going to do something. He promised everybody he's going to do something, so he did it. And he held his word. And he's definitely not going to stew over this. He's going to get back and get to it. At 154 pounds. That means the dreams of welterweight undisputed is over.
The historical significance of this fight, all the build-up all for the last several years, as we waited for it to happen. I wonder if this happened, you go on the losing side of this one. Does it at least give you some solace to know that you gave the boxing public?
I guess ask him how does it make him feel that he at least gave the boxing public what they wanted to see. He said it was exciting to build up, lead up to it. He wouldn't change it for nothing. He's definitely open to the rematch. And he said hopefully be at 154 pounds. So we see it again, guys. It would not be at 147. That means I wonder if Bud going to relinquish those titles. My screen went black for some reason. I don't know why. They said he said he talking about Errol. This is coach. How many been noticing Errol time was off. He was standing right in front of him. Just the timing, the reaction timing. But it's okay. It's like life. Gotta deal with it. Hit the like button, guys. Man, Spence looks 75 years old, bro. He might have an orbital bone issue. He might have got an orbital bone broke. That left eye look bad, man. He looked almost like Martin when Martin fought Tommy the Hitman Hearn. What is up with this? How come I cannot see it? I don't know why. Like my TV just like it's just I'll hear it, but it's blank. I don't like that. He said he knew he a lot better than what he showed tonight. He said a lot of things was off for him. Even though Terence Crawford did what he's supposed to do. He said he was on point and he made sure he was 100% ready for him. They saying this is officially your last fight at 140, 147. He said in his mind it's his last fight. He said hopefully the next will be at 154. Tell him to keep his head up. They asked him about what's the net process for the next few days to be able to move on.
Well, you know, I think
Talking to his coach.
I had time to understand what was going on. From the first, second round, I kind of saw what was happening.
He said first, second round, he kind of saw what was happening.
Understand, okay, maybe eventually, maybe catch him with a good shot.
Said maybe eventually he thought Spencer catch him with a good shot,
But it didn't work that way.
but it didn't work that way.
It's
It's life.
unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
This what happens.
This what happens.
Somebody who have to be in this situation.
We might get Crawford and Spencer 154, but on the way to undisputed in 3 division. Bro, listen, man. Hey, right now, Crawford made a huge statement to the world, bro. He made a huge statement to the world. Man, like I said, listen, man. They just talking to Derek James talking. 2 more questions for Earl. Let me see. They have some difficulties showing it. Let me see. This one's clear. Oh, at least this one can show it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna mute this one. This one show it. This must be. They asked him, Derek James, ever thought about stopping the belt? I saw him get hit with the big shot, but I see his legs a little off. I really wasn't. But the doctor's right there with him. They're talking back and forth. Looking at the doctors. You know? Not really, but you never know.
And Errol, we saw you go down a couple of times.
They talking about Errol. We saw you go down a couple of times. When you felt Terrence's power.
Second knockdown, when you got up, what was going through your
When you got the second knockdown, he got up. What was going through his mind? Shit, just fight back. What you mean going through my mind? It's a boxing match. I was trying to block the shots he was throwing, but nothing really going through his mind. Last question. All right, we're ending it, guys. Listen, man. Post-fight reaction. I'll come back with some more videos for sure. I gotta let this process through my mind. I'm gonna continue to listen to this post-fight interview. If you want to catch it, guys, go on YouTube, type in Showtime or Premier Boxing, or you'll be able to see it as well and watch it. All right, John says, easy work. Let's go, but it was easy, and that was scary and sad at the same time. Subscribe, guys. I appreciate the support. Please hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you. I'm out.